Greetings to all of my dear listeners, and welcome back to another episode of the Industrial Packaging Podcast with me, your host, Nathan Dube, Digital Marketing Specialist at Industrial Packaging. Today's episode is going to be about preventative maintenance. And folks, when I say that this is perhaps one of the most, if not the most important topic that I will cover on this podcast, I am not being facetious. Now, prior to COVID-19, preventative maintenance was an extremely important dynamic of running a world-class packaging line. However, after COVID-19, or rather during it, as we are still fighting this virus, it is even more important than it has ever been in history, and that's an important detail, and I'll tell you why. As states across the United States of America, as well as other countries around the world, prepare to reopen businesses that have been shut down during COVID-19, a simple fact of the matter is that many packaging lines have been sitting dormant for months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you an absolute truth. Packaging machinery was made to run. It is not designed to sit and not be used for months at a time. So, this is one of the main reasons why preventative maintenance is so crucial. It is extremely important that before you send in your operators, your employees, and the other workers into your warehouses on your packaging lines, that you get an analysis of your packaging line and the equipment and make sure that you have preventative maintenance done before you reopen. Failing to do this may result in more unwanted downtime, and after months of not functioning, can you really afford another minute, another hour, another day, another week, or God forbid, another month of downtime? I'm pretty sure that for everyone who's listening to this podcast, the answer is no. So with that being said, and without further ado, let's jump into today's topic, which again is the importance of preventative maintenance. Companies just like yours are starting to reopen, and production will soon begin on packaging lines around the country. After months of unexpected downtime due to COVID-19, many businesses are eager to jumpstart their packaging lines and get back to business as usual. One thing to keep in mind, however, is that preventative maintenance and repair for packaging machinery is more important now than ever. If packaging machinery is not properly cared for after being shut down for months, immediate problems may arise. At Industrial Packaging, we have worked on many packaging machinery lines and different types of packaging machinery. We can help you to ensure that when your line goes live, you will not have to deal with any more unexpected downtime. Okay, so let's take a look at common problems when starting packaging machinery after a long period of downtime. Here is a list of items that you will want to pay close attention to and commit to working on before you start your packaging lines up again. First and foremost, we have machinery. All right, now, you're going to want to take a close look at your air compressors. Be sure to drain any water. When dealing with any type of equipment with an air regulator, be sure that the fittings are not leaking and are set to the appropriate PSI required. Next, you'll want to inspect your air dryer to ensure that it is not at its end of life. Double check all safety settings for all of your machinery and be sure that they are functioning correctly. Inspect your electrical supply to ensure it is working correctly. Check on all hot melt systems. Clean the glue pots as well as the lines. The glue can build up and may affect how the system performs and can affect warm-up time as well. Make sure your suction cups are not cracked or dried. Okay, now we're going to focus on very specific types of machinery and what you need to do to ensure that they are ready to come back online with the appropriate preventative maintenance beforehand. Up first, we have shrink equipment. High heat rated greases are required for heat tunnels. Replace any worn out seal pads. If your machines have chains that have been shut down for several months, be sure that they are well lubricated. Moving on, we have stretch wrappers. Make sure that your pre-stretch rollers are clean. If they are not clean, you could experience slippage, which can negatively affect your yield as well as the load containment. If your pre-stretch rollers are gummy, the film may wrap around the rollers and result in extra downtime. Gummy pre-stretch rollers can be remedied with utility knives. However, doing this could potentially deface the roller, resulting in more downtime and additional repair costs. Be sure that you remove your turntable and clean it before starting up again. After stretch wrappers, we come to fork trucks. Be sure to change the battery and make sure your charging stations are in quality condition. Fill any empty propane tanks and always check the air pressure in your tires. And now we come to vacuum sealing or pick and place machinery. Inspect the suction cups for cracks. Over time, they can dry out, especially after long periods of downtime. You will also want to inspect all of your air lines. Get rid of any clogs or water inside your lines. Next up, we have tapers. Clean your tape knives and be sure they are not gummy. Inspect all belts to ensure that they are in great shape with no cracking or tearing present. And last but not least, we come to printers. Clean inkjet and other printers that have been down for extended periods of time. Purge any ink that was sitting idle or replace them altogether to avoid clogging. And moving on, we come to inventory. Purchase your packaging films, shrink wrap, stretch wrap, etc. as soon as possible. There is currently a buildup of packaging materials at various film manufacturers' warehouses that will deplete rapidly once businesses start opening up again. Check for lead times and for potential delays. Find out transportation schedules, as lead times may vary. Heat-sensitive materials must be stored at ground level to prevent damage during the warmer months. Check expiration dates on all packaging materials and replace those that have expired. Now we're going to discuss some other considerations that are important for you to think about in these times. If you are in food production, address any pest control issues as soon as possible. Check the availability of cleaning supplies and PPE items. Stock up on all required packaging supplies. If your company has implemented a no visitor policy, make sure that you post signs around your facility letting them know this. Also, provide a safe space where they can use the bathroom or rest if need be. Implement social distancing guidelines and new cleaning policies. Alright, now that we have all that information out in the open for you guys to consider, we come to a question. Where should you get preventative maintenance and repair for your packaging machinery? When it comes to choosing a packaging machinery repair and service company, you will want to take a few things into consideration. Regardless of your company's physical location, you will want to be sure that your chosen vendor is either local or can travel quickly to your location. Keep in mind that using a service company from farther away from your location will almost always cost more. Depending upon the quality of your local providers, using a company further away with better technicians may well be worth the investment. As for the types of institutions you can expect to contract or pay retail for preventive maintenance and repair services, you have a few different options. First up, we have packaging distributors. To be transparent, I want to note that industrial packaging is a packaging distributor. Companies like ours are popular options for preventative maintenance and repair services for packaging machinery. As packaging distributors are brand agnostic and usually are selling multiple different brands of machinery, they are a great choice for packaging lines that have machinery from more than one manufacturer. Technicians from packaging distributors are almost always trained on multiple brands of machinery. This is different from technicians who work for a manufacturer, as they are often limited to servicing only the brand that they sell. Another option for preventative maintenance and repair services for packaging machinery would be using a manufacturer, also known as an OEM or original equipment manufacturer. Manufacturers often have service technicians who are highly trained on the equipment they produce and sell. In many cases, a manufacturer will have the best technicians for their specific brand because they often work exclusively on the brand of equipment that they produce. With many manufacturers being large businesses, they will also often have an extensive collection of technicians available for their customers. This means availability is not usually an issue. Some smaller companies may not have the same availability. In this situation, you will want to make sure you have options because when unexpected downtime occurs, you need to have a tech as quickly as possible. Finally, we come to packaging integrators. Packaging integrators are specialized companies that help their clients design, build, optimize, and run top-of-the-line packaging lines. They often work with both OEMs and distributors to help their clients achieve their packaging goals. Packaging integrators may have their own packaging machinery preventative maintenance and repair technicians, or they will provide third parties through their partner company's network. While many offer great and reliable packaging machinery repair services, they may cost more if they use a third-party OEM, distributor, or another third-party partner to fulfill your service needs. Using a packaging integrator for service may make sense for your business if you are already using one for your packaging line, or if they are partners with other vendors you currently do business with. If you are not sure where to start your journey in choosing the right packaging machinery repair and preventive maintenance provider for your company, consider reaching out to one of our packaging experts. They will be able to answer any questions you may have and help you choose the correct type of vendor, even if that means we are not the best option for your business. While industrial packaging would love to get your business, we may or may not be the best choice for your specific needs. When choosing a vendor for repair and preventive maintenance, it would be wise to compare a few different companies and compare cost, location, service times, availability of technicians, and any other items of concern that are most important to your packaging line's success. Well, everyone, that's another episode in the books. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 5 of the Industrial Packaging Podcast with me, your host, Nathan Dube, Digital Marketing Specialist at Industrial Packaging. I do hope to see you here next week when we discuss the interesting topic of collaborative robots. what role do they play in automation? But until then, I hope you have an excellent day, and I'll see you on the next episode.